Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving headfirst into some truly brilliant animated source material to deconstruct something so many of us feel deep down but, really struggle to put into words. We're talking about the crushing weight of the 9-to-5 grind. If you're a young adult right now, kind of navigating that early career uncertainty and asking yourself, wait, is this really all there is? Well, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to explore this ultimate quest for authentic self-worth, taking a journey from deep disillusionment all the way to real, tangible creative freedom. So let's just jump right in. To really set the scene of our ordinary, kind of disillusioned world, the source material hits us with this incredibly fast-paced, brutally repetitive quote. Listen to this. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day. I go home, I go to sleep. It just loops over and over. And honestly, it perfectly defines that endless corporate trap so many young adults suddenly find themselves walking straight into. It's that exact moment the illusion shatters and you realize you've been placed on a never-ending treadmill. And this brilliant comparison highlights our core problem. On one hand, we've got the corporate expectation, right? Getting cash, buying a house, maybe, trying to impress your dad. But then, on the other hand, we have the human cost. The source explicitly points out the terrifying anxiety, the soul-crushing depression, and frankly, the incredibly boring weekends. There is just this massive gaping disconnect between what society expects us to achieve and the devastating psychological price we pay to actually achieve it. We're essentially trading our vibrant youth for a steady paycheck and, debilitating neck pain. So how did we even get here? Well, the source material uses a really powerful Socratic dialogue to break down the status quo, starting with a foundational question we've all asked. Why do I have to go to school? It's the very first step on that societal treadmill. And the answer we're always given is super simple, right? So you can get a job. But that immediately prompts the next logical question, why do I need a job? The expectation handed down to us is simply that we need a job just to earn money. And hey, on the surface, that sounds perfectly reasonable. It's what generations before us just accepted without question as the primary function of adult life. But the source pushes us further. It forces us to ask the ultimate why behind the money itself. And bam, here is where the trap totally snaps shut. We're told we need money so we can keep buying stuff that television and society make us think we want. Because if we don't buy stuff, everyone loses their jobs and the whole system collapses. This reveals a pretty terrifying truth, guys. We endure this horrible, repetitive fate just to perpetuate an endless cycle of totally empty consumerism. We're literally working to buy things we don't even actually want, just so everyone else can continue suffering the exact same fate. No wonder it leaves us feeling entirely unfulfilled. To really dramatize the sheer scale of this grind, the source uses an absolutely incredible worker bee analogy. Get this. Bees, as a species, haven't had a single day off in 27 million years. They literally just work themselves to death for the hive. Looking at our own corporate structures, we really have to stop and ask ourselves, are we just signing up for the exact same thing? Are we just going to accept the exact same job day in and day out without a moment of true rest or individual purpose? So why do we stay in the hive? We accept this endless bee-like hustle because of a terrifying illusion of security. We tell ourselves, if I lose my job, I have nothing. We attach our entire existence, our whole identity, to our employment status. We convince ourselves that without the job, we basically cease to exist, or at the very least, our lives completely lose all structure and meaning. Moving into the next phase of this journey, the ordeal, facing guilt and expectations. Because, let's be real, breaking away from this false security is a massive emotional ordeal. It's not just a financial thing. The source points out the very specific, painful realities of choosing passion over stability. First up, there's the intense guilt of hurting the people you leave behind, like maybe your parents who sacrificed everything just so you could land that stable job. Second, there's the paralyzing fear that if you step off the traditional path, your life will amount to absolutely nothing. And third, the massive, scary risk of trying to survive on passion alone. It's an incredibly heavy emotional tax you have to pay just for the chance to try and be happy. And all of this creates a profound internal conflict. On one side, you've got external validation, paying the bills, keeping the family shop open, making the safe, approved choices that keep everyone else comfortable. But on the flip side, you have your internal purpose. That's thinking about your passion, like music, for instance, from the absolute moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep. It becomes your actual reason for living, this isn't just about picking a career path anymore. It's a full-on war between satisfying the external demands of others and nurturing your own vital internal happiness. Which brings us to a character named Joey who just perfectly captures the raw desperation of this exact conflict. Someone tells him, "You can't eat dreams for breakfast, Joey," and Joey responds, "Then I don't want to eat." Just think about the weight of that statement for a second. It's the voice of someone who is literally starving for personal meaning. Joey is saying he'd rather face physical, actual hunger than settle for another hollow paycheck that feeds the body but completely starves the soul. It's a powerful realization that security without purpose is honestly just another form of starvation. And now we arrive at the final stage, the elixir, reclaiming your creative freedom. So how do we actually shift away from all this heavy disillusionment? Well, the source gives us 3 super practical steps to pause the corporate grind. Number 1, take a mental health day. You literally have to step out of the physical environment of the grind just to clear your head. Number 2, stop hiding in your shell. The source notes that your true nature is already inside you. You just have to stop burying it under everyone else's expectations. And number 3, take responsibility for your own happiness. You gotta stop relying on your boss, your parents, or society for validation. Actually, scratch that. It's more like realizing that your happiness is your own job, nobody else's. Now, when you finally take that responsibility, you are probably gonna feel a lot of guilt at first. That's exactly why this realization is so essential. I'm happy for the first time in my life, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. This is a vital reframing. People might call you selfish for prioritizing your own path over societal pressure, but you absolutely have to shed that guilt. Finding joy outside the expected path isn't a crime, it's an awakening. But as we reach the climax of this journey, the source makes one thing crystal clear. You will never, ever truly feel ready to make this change. You can wait your entire life for the perfect moment, the right amount of savings, the ultimate approval from your peers, but it's not coming. Escaping the trap simply requires a massive leap of faith. You literally just have to jump. And why is that leap so terrifying? Well, it's because of this deeply resonant insight. Only after you give up everything can you begin to find a way to be happy. This reveals the hardest truth of all. True creative freedom and true happiness demand the surrender of the false security we cling to so tightly. You have to let go of the illusion that the 9-to-5 is somehow protecting your soul in order to actually go out and save it. As the source so brilliantly puts it, it's like a snail facing every fear known to its kind just to finally come out of its shell. You have to accept that you're gonna take hits. You are gonna face setbacks, criticism, and a whole lot of fear. But hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? You just have to find a way to come back from those hits and relentlessly pursue your true nature. Because the alternative, staying perfectly safe inside the shell, is a life entirely unlived. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought, straight from the philosophy we've been exploring today. Seriously ask yourself, are you going to keep working just to buy stuff you don't even want? Or will you take the leap to ensure your life actually amounts to something? The corporate trap is incredibly comfortable, for sure, but make no mistake, it is still a trap. The choice of what you do with your own journey tomorrow is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this gives you the courage to take that leap.